Hello and welcome everyone to Gold Asset of the Day for the 29th of September 2020, presented by myself, Phil Carr, at the Gold and Silver Club. As we head into a new week here, I would absolutely encourage you to watch our week ahead commodity report. Many of you have reached out that our analysis, our research has been absolutely spot on. The predictions that we made and forecasts for the metals have played out so far into Tuesday. In fact, we've just been going through it with our members. The positions that we executed on Thursday and Friday with gold, silver and platinum, they're currently up 850 points in total. We've now banked partial profits on those trades, and we continue to hold to palladium trades, which are currently up over 3,500 points. So at this point in time, we've actually got over 4,000 points of open profit. I'll focus with you on the most recent trades that we've executed. So that was platinum, gold and silver since last week on Thursday. And those 850 points, essentially that translates to every one lot traded just within the matter of 3 days there would equate to $8,500 profit. Each 10 lot traded, that equates to $85,000 profit just in a matter of 3 days there. So I congratulate all of you that have managed to capitalize on that analysis, the research that we shared with you at the weekend. Now today, of course, we're going to be leading into a massive event, and that is going to be the first debate between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. And this really sets the scene now going into the election, which is exactly 40 days away at the moment. This will be the first of 3 of the debates, and really we want to watch out for the price action, of course, during that debate. We're in a fortunate position here where we've locked in a lot of profits. We've also protected all of our trades going into that debate. So if we were to see a significant boost to the precious metals here, we're going to capitalize. But if we do see a sell-off, very simply, we've protected those trades, and then we'll wait for the dust to settle in order to reload, and we'll look at the narratives going into that. I mentioned at the weekend that going into Monday and Tuesday, we were looking as though we're going to move into a risk-on environment. That would favour the dollar to essentially sell off, and you're going to see stock markets catch a bid and precious metals catch a bid as well. That's exactly what's happened. Palladium so far is up 4% this week. Gold price action as well, as I mentioned too on the week ahead report. It requires stamina. When you see key levels tested like 1,850 US dollars per ounce, nearly every single technical analyst out there was getting very bearish. They're expecting the price to break down to 1,800s. They start selling at the beginning of the week, not looking at other factors, which would of course include seasonality, cycles in the market that we're in right now, what the hedge funds and money managers are doing, how the institutions are positioning themselves, and essentially being aware of how key liquidity zones work. So 1,850 US dollars per ounce was a very key level of support. It was tested 3 times over the latest week here. In fact, 3 times over the last 3 days. On Monday, also on Friday and Thursday. We had the same on palladium last week and platinum too. And subsequently, when those levels held, we saw a huge move to the upside because it wasn't a crowded trade. Most traders were looking to sell short. They're taught their technical analysis incorrectly to sell at those key zones. They start to look for further downside protected levels as most of the market gets very much into a risk off environment. They're expecting the dollar to go higher and so forth, putting pressure on the metals. That didn't happen at all. So we've been able to capitalize on that massively. Many of you too who watch our week ahead commodity report have able to benefit from that analysis and the research that we shared with you as well. So now, of course, as we move into the debate, which is going to be at 9 o'clock Eastern time and 2 a.m. UK time, what you want to focus on is where both Donald Trump and Joe Biden are going to try and exploit each other's weaknesses. So for Joe Biden, he's going to try and fact check Trump as much as possible to point out where his statements are not factually correct. Whereas for Donald Trump, he's going to go in hard trying to discredit Joe Biden in terms of being a sound candidate for the presidency. There's been a lot of viral videos that have gone online recently with Joe Biden making big mistakes in the auto cues that he's reading, and he's not corrected himself during big speeches where he's made several mistakes. A lot of those have been shared recently online by the Trump campaign, and this debate, being the first of the 3 debates, of course, will set the tone leading into the election. So you need to pay a lot of attention to the debate. And of course, after the debate, once the dust has settled and traders and investors start to digest the news and who they believe will be the likely candidate to win the election, this is where market sentiment can shift, and you have to be nimble at the moment. You need to be readily banking your profits, protecting trades, and then taking advantage of this market volatility. We've also got non-farm payrolls later on this week as well on Friday. Another big opportunity to trade the volatility. It's been interesting as over the last 3 months, The data is coming in stronger than expected. This is helping the dollar to break out and pressure to the downside on the metals. So it's something to bear in mind that, again, you want to be locking in profits ahead of these major news items, capitalizing on that volatility, and then looking out to the next major news items, which will be the following week and so forth. This then brings me to the final point, which is that we continue to see an increase in restrictions and global lockdowns to continue the battle against COVID-19. And with that, this is going to provide more opportunities to trade during this period. And especially if you find yourself now working from home, you've got more time available to study, research, and implement a research-driven approach to the markets, where you're going to be utilizing market intelligence, intermarket correlations. You'll be utilizing seasonality cycles in the market, alongside learning to trade the same way that the professional traders do, the hedge funds, the money managers, and the institutions. This is your opportunity to level up, to learn a skill which is going to benefit you massively in the months and years to come as we continue to deal with COVID-19, where you're seeing more opportunities to work from home globally. And it really gives you a great opportunity right now to take action and capitalize, of course, on a lot of the volatility that we're going to get in the lead up to the US election and after the election as well. Donald Trump has already said if he was not to win the US election, he would not accept that decision easily, and likely he will take that to the Supreme Court. So you can imagine the sort of volatility and uncertainty that's going to cause in the markets for the next several months. Remember, of course, that even if Donald Trump loses, he will stay in the White House until January of 2021. So this is going to provide just some fantastic opportunities in the coming weeks and the coming months here. And there's really never been a better way to learn how to trade commodities, to capitalize on these market movements, to learn a research-driven approach to the markets and trade the same way that the hedge funds, the money managers, and professional traders do. So if you would like to find out more, make an application to join the Gold and Silver Club and join a community of successful traders. There is an opportunity for you to do so. Just make sure you click on the link below today's report in order to make an application to become a member of the Gold and Silver Club.